On February 28, 2026, Devon Larratt and Vitaly Laletin have faced on the left arm for the super heavyweight world title, and the result? A decisive win for Vitaly Laletin, 4-0. But this match revealed a lot of crucial information, which will help much more accurately predict their right arm battle, which will take place in less than a month on April 18, 2026. Hello again, Blackbird here. In this video, I'm going to be predicting the incredibly exciting match between Devon Larratt and Vitaly Laletin. This match is one of the most important, exciting and high-octane matches in the history of East vs West, on par with matches like Devon vs Dennis or even Devon vs Laval. Both athletes are putting their reputation on the line to cement themselves as the proper number 2 in the world, while also obtaining the shot at the title, a battle with Laval. Devon has been technically holding that title since 2023, and since then he's only lost to the Georgian Hulk, and he's still chasing the goal of getting to the arm wrestling top. However, in his way now stands the biggest test of his entire East vs West dominance. Vitaly Laletin, the 6'9" Siberian skyscraper who poses every stylistic problem for Devon that there even exists. This prediction will be structured a bit differently from the previous ones. I've already covered the general background of both athletes in my previous left arm prediction. And since now we have an actual left arm match to analyze, we can much more precisely break down how this fight will unfold. So I'll start with the arm wrestlers' techniques and how their styles counter each other. Then I'll move on to the recent right arm performance and improvement trends, and I'll finish off by a round by round and also a percentage-wise prediction. The structure of this video will be less rigid, more fluid than my other predictions, as I will be connecting multiple different ideas at once. With that out of the way, let's go. So, Devon Larratt's main move revolves around cracking an opponent's wrist. He doesn't care that much about his own arm angle as long as he maintains hand control, putting everything into his pronator and sometimes even stretching out into the king's move to achieve that. Now normally against 99.9% of arm wrestlers that works great, but here in this match it presents a huge problem. We saw in the left arm match between Devon and Vitaly that even though Devon's pronator held rock strong and Vitaly's wrist cracked pretty much immediately, Vitaly still maintained the center. He got Devon to the B side, he stayed shoulder close and then finished off with a press, even without the hand control. And that happened every single time. If Devon wants to beat Vitaly in this lane, he will either have to have significantly stronger back pressure than on his left, so much stronger that Vitaly's press cannot push through it, to then eventually tire Vitaly out, close the arm angle, engage his own shoulder and win the round. Or the more ideal scenario for Devon is to take center right off the go and bump Vitaly off his own shoulder, make him unable to engage with it. To manage that, he would have to make Vitaly's wrist crack immediately, which I do not see as impossible. But to somehow block the side, he would have to probably engage inside himself, go into a hook, set his own shoulder. And both of these scenarios, either holding Vitaly on back pressure or taking the center with his inside game, I feel like they are going to be incredibly challenging for Devon Larratt. We know that Devon Larratt's right arm is significantly stronger than his left, and that difference is mostly, I would say, in his back pressure and in his sticky points. But Vitaly's right arm is also considerably stronger. Morozov has said that Vitaly's right arm has a better cup, a better side, a better riser, and overall speed and connection. This footage was taken a year and a few months back, but still, it shows that there are some huge differences in both of these arms. Vitaly's right is considerably stronger in areas that Devon will have to fight against in their match, and that's the cup, the side pressure, and also the speed. From Vitaly's perspective, he'll first probably try to go with an explosive side pressure based top roll. He will probably lose the wrist, and immediately when he senses that his wrist is about to crack, he'll transition into a press, likely be on his winning side, and then the question is whether he can push through the lock of Devon Larratt. That's the main lane. A second variant is that the match ends up in a hook. Vitaly flops and Devon commits forward to stop the drive. But still, in an inside lane, it'll be a problem for Devon. I feel like Vitaly's side pressure is so overwhelming. I mean, we can see what happened, for example, to Jerry. Jerry got completely overpowered inside. And even though Devon used to have an impeccable hook, that was in like 2010. And it's unclear what his hook level is currently at the moment. He managed to press through Gennari, which was very impressive, but I am highly unsure if he can do that to Vitaly. Also, if it goes into the hook, both athletes can probably roll out of that position anytime they want. So the only way it goes there is if both athletes want to be there. Devon will likely try to get there if Vitaly goes for the flop. Vitaly may prefer a hook at any point in the match, because he knows his side pressure. Another factor which I see playing into this match is endurance. Devon pulls for hours and hours. I believe right now his volume is like 8 or 9 hours a day, every single day.
I'm training for like 8.5 hours, like
Yeah.
in a single workout. I mean, it's a lot, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but I've gotten to a place where I can manage the intensity.
To keep up with such insane volume is wild, and it has very likely increased his already incredible endurance. But that's the low intensity endurance. For Devon, it's not likely his 100% effort. It doesn't replicate going all out in a match. And the question is whether this type of endurance he's building is gonna transfer well to the 100% effort. And also the question is whether his back pressure is gonna hold out. Because on the left, we eventually saw Devon Larratt's back pressure burn out. In the first round it held for some time, but later on Vitaly just drove through his arm. There was nothing left. The same thing happened to Devon on the right against Levan. In the first round it held well, but over time it got extended more and more, and then in the other round there was nothing left. Also, a press can be more efficient than the King's move in some scenarios. Just look at the Camel versus Michael Todd match. But if you, for example, compare when Devon faced Alex, the first time on the left, Alex also managed to burn Devon's back pressure out. But on the right, every round, Devon just looked exponentially more and more dominant. That's why I believe that Devon's endurance on the right is going to be much better. Then there's also the speed factor. Vitaly's right arm is quicker and Devon's right is very likely slower. Devon and Vitaly have swept pretty much everyone, excluding Levan. They are both on the top of their game and they are ramping up to fight the Georgian Hulk once again. Based off everything I've just mentioned, I'm gonna try to make a singular round by round prediction. First round, ready go, Vitaly explodes with a side pressure based top roll. He hits to the side, he gains the center, his wrist eventually cracks, but he still manages to drive through Devon's King's move with a quick side pressure hit. Second round, once again, Vitaly drives to the side, but this time his wrist gets cracked quicker. Devon stops the initial hit higher up, and he settles into the King's move. Vitaly engages the shoulder and it's in a stalemate. Vitaly tries pushing through, Devon holds, and eventually it starts getting closer and closer to the pin pad, and Devon elbow fouls purposeful. On the restart, Devon cracks Vitaly's wrist even more. Vitaly starts driving to the side, but Devon this time stays closer to his arm, just in an open arm top roll. Vitaly struggles to get the shoulder in, and eventually also elbow fouls. Both athletes are now on one elbow foul. Another ready go, and Vitaly's initial hit gets stopped dead in the center. Vitaly is starting to get tired from all these side pressure hits, and he tries flopping once again, but this time Devon sets the hook and engages the shoulder. Vitaly has now full access to his side pressure. He drives to the pin pad. Devon holds it just above the pin pad and he manages to hold the drives off. Vitaly is already tired from the previous rounds and he doesn't have that much left in the tank for the side pressure. Once Vitaly knows Devon is in control, he concedes the round. Third round, Devon manages to stop the match even better this time. Vitaly tries hitting to the side, but Devon manages to contain the drive fully. He engages his own shoulder and he bleeds Vitaly once again. 2-1 Devon. Fourth round, Vitaly manages to flop right off the go, and he manages to actually catch Devon off guard. Devon stretches out into the King's move, but he manages to hold Vitaly off. He gets it a bit higher every single time, and once he's high enough, he again transitions to an inside move. Vitaly is trying to fight in the position and he elbow fouls to get the restart. On the restart, there is simply nothing left in Vitaly. Devon has total control in the center and he wins the match 3-1. So, that's my final prediction for the match between Devon and Vitaly. I see this match as a roughly 57-43 in the favor of Devon. Even though my round-by-round prediction seems to favor Devon quite heavily, it is quite brittle as it depends on just two factors. Devon's back pressure holding, Devon having a strong enough pronate, Devon's back pressure holding, and Devon being able to get the match inside to stop Vitaly's press. But I do believe that even though Devon's right arm is slower, it's also much more controlled and much stickier than his left, and also backed by superior endurance compared to the left. Combined with Devon's experience, the ability to get every single advantage he possibly can, and his experience with fouls and restarts, I think he's gonna take this match. So, that's everything from me for today. Feel free to roast my prediction down in the comments below, and also let me know what you think about this match. And that's everything from me for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye. And remember, rip Levon.